Tron review. So, alright, so Tron. It's a movie I've seen once before a couple years ago. 100%, because I knew Bruce Boxleitner's in it. I was like, this is the thing that he's known for. I guess I'll watch it. So, yeah. Now I've watched it again. Tron. It came out in 1982. So, finally I'm reviewing a movie older than me. And, it's okay, I guess. The basic premise is, like, this computer programmer guy invented a bunch of arcade games. Which, by the way, the graphics look like no arcade game I've ever seen in my life. But, whatever. And I'm not just talking, like, because it's 2016. I mean, most of the arcade games I've interacted with are from the 80s. So, I don't know why they didn't look anything like those in this movie. But anyway. And he invented these arcade games, and then the programs got stolen by this other guy at the company who took credit for them, and then he got promoted. And since then, Flynn has been trying to, like, hack into the system. I don't think they ever used the word hack in this movie, which is amazing. But, he's been trying to get evidence that Dillinger stole this stuff from him, and he gets fired. So anyway, the movie is about how, okay, so this company, Encom, I don't know what the fuck this company does, because apparently Dillinger gets a promotion for programming these 5 arcade games, so they get sold. But the company is also building a fucking laser that can turn people into computer images, and vice versa. Which literally the only purpose of this thing is so that Flynn can accidentally sit in the chair, and, like, there's the laser, and then the evil master control computer program can make him into a computer dude inside the computer. So, like, other things don't make sense. Okay, so that's, like, what? But okay, I'll accept it, fine. But then the other thing is that, like, master control program has apparently been taking programs from other random companies, like insurance companies and banks and stuff, and incorporating them into himself. And the ones that are boring, he makes fight each other, I guess, for some reason. And nobody has noticed this in the meat world, apparently. Like, you'd think at some point someone would be like, what happened to all of our accounting programs? Unless he's not deleting them, unless he's just, like, copying them and then taking the copy. But that's not what they say is happening. And he's all like, I'm gonna break into the Pentagon fart. And Dillinger's like, okay. Dillinger is David Warner, so that's cool. Everybody in Meat World has a computer program version of themselves. So, like, the programs are people in jumpsuits running, in, like, tight jumpsuits running around in this computer world, which the thing that I like most about Tron, my favorite thing about Tron, is I like how they've blended computer animation and real things in the computer world, which is where most of the movie takes place. So, like, so there's stuff which is real, and then there's stuff which is fake, and it's sometimes kind of hard to tell the difference. But they didn't try to make the animated stuff look real. It was more that they tried to make the actual stuff the actors were touching or standing on look fake, which is probably the way to go. And yeah, I mean, the plot itself isn't super fascinating. It's just like Flynn ends up in the computer and is running around, and he's supposed to fight programs, but then he escapes with the program Tron. And Tron is a program belonging to a dude who barely matters. The only reason that Alan whatever matters in this movie is because he programmed Tron, and he's all like, I can use the Tron if you get me into whatever, I can use the Tron program to take down the master control program. And so little program Tron is like, I fight for the users, and he has his like little frisbee. Tron is cute. Oh yeah, the other positive thing about this movie, besides the aesthetic, is like Bruce Boxleitner looks really good in that costume. I mean, not that the others don't, but I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, but the plot is like Tron has to go get the shutdown program, like how to defeat the master control program on his little light frisbee, and he has to go to this place to communicate with Alan. And what's fun is that it's this whole religion where they're like the users, and then he gets that, and then he goes to the master control program, like beam of rotating weird face light that is the master control program, and like throws his frisbee in there, and some other stuff happens, but like that's the main plot. The plot is defeat master control program by getting a thing. So it's like super basic. And all the extra stuff is basically just running around getting shot at, or like there was a character named Ram and then he died. Jeff Bridges makes a lot of really fun faces. But like there's nothing about this movie that super fascinates me. I mean, it's cool, I guess, visually, but as far as the idea, I'm like, whatever. Like, I have too many questions about why none of these banks or whatever have noticed their accounting programs are missing. Oh, and I wish Peter Jurasik had been in more than 2 scenes. However, I don't know. I mean, it's like a classic, right? Oh yeah, and then they made like a sequel a few years ago, which maybe I'll watch it, but I mean, honestly, the big appeal of this movie, of Tron itself for me, is the weird computer graphic aesthetic, which I feel like is probably not even in Tron Legacy, because by whatever the hell year that came out, 2013 or something, you know, we had technology to actually make things look cool, unlike the inside of a computer, but then the whole appeal of the shitty looking graphics where everything that's real looks fake, if you know what I mean, is lost. Like, if it looks cool and that's just like the whole appeal is gone, and I didn't care that much about the story or the characters or the concept. So so the aesthetic is the only thing I really cared about, and that would not be there. And also, I doubt Peter Jurasik's in it. If you tell me that Peter Jurasik was in Tron Legacy, maybe I will watch it, but whatever. I don't know much about it. I saw a trailer once, like it's about some kid, like maybe Alan's kid or something. So I don't care. Oh yeah, and then at the end in the real world, the master control program is gone, and then Flynn gets the info about how Dillinger stole the programs from him, and this somehow results in him running the company now, and he was in like a suit. And he was happy. Yay. Happy ending. Oh, another aesthetic thing that I liked, or directing thing that I liked. I did like how there was obviously this effort to make shots of the city or of the cubicles in the office look like kind of the animated grid from inside the computers, so that was a cool bit of paralleling. I guess I also liked that Master Control Computer thing and Dillinger had like the same relationship as Master Control Computer and Sark did, Sark being Dillinger's person inside version. David Warner program. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so it was like, it's a fun movie, but it's not really exactly up my alley, mostly. Yay. So, see you next time when I review God knows what.